Well, we have returned for day 3. Can you believe it? Yeah, we are kinda late for some reasons, but hey, those reasons are solved now, so might as well just hop into our first matchup. Let's not waste any time, because we are running behind schedule, and we need to fix that. So, goxaviergo versus Galllabo is the starting game for Sunday here. What do you think, Stormraid? How will this matchup shake out?
I mean, this could be a very exciting one, possibly, at least comparing their PBs a little bit against each other. Obviously, Galllabo doesn't have many PBs submitted, but I'm looking forward to this. Hopefully
yeah, me too.
End up being a stomp or another third way game.
I don't think so. Shall we get into the veto?
Hell yeah. Okay. I assume everyone is by now familiar with the veto procedure. Just to iterate over it once more, we have a BO1, which means we'll only be playing one segment, or one category rather. The runners will take turns banning segments until one is left, and, well, that will be played. The lower seed is Galllabo, so you may decide, do you want to start vetoing, or do you want Xavier to start?
Xavier can start.
Alright, then just take turns vetoing, and, yeah.
So do I say?
You just say what segment you want to ban, yes.
Let's play.
Okay, Epsilon.
5%.
All races.
All stun jumps.
Countryside.
Fresh meat.
Okay, deep inside.
Very, very interesting. Starting to see a little bit of a pattern here in SSS2, don't we?
Yeah. Some
Actually,
segments are definitely more popular than others, huh?
I do get it. It is a good segment. It also was the most popular one in SSS1 after all, so I'm not surprised. We are gonna be heading to a very quick break now. Let the runners set up their stuff, and then we'll be back in like roughly 90 seconds. So
yep. 5. Bit of a short break is done. The runners are ready. The question is the audience? Because you better be. Even though it's not our first third-way game, and not even our second or third, I feel like this will be one of the best so far, because the runner skills are very, very equal, as you can see. 47.58 versus 48.04 PBs. I think we're looking forward to a very special game. Stormraid, can you please let the runner start?
Of course. I do hope that both of you are ready. In which case, we will now move on to the countdown. I'll be counting down from 3, and on go, you can unpause, skip the cutscene, and then we'll move you out of this. So, 3, 2, 1, go!
Hell yeah! And they are off. Okay, well.
Any memes?
Trying to shoot Rocco.
Oh!
Are you fucking kidding me?
See, that's a way to start this. All right. We'll just be focusing on one of them for the time being. But that does not look good.
Any memes?
That was not the memes I was referring to per se. But let's hope we can figure this out in the next few minutes. Otherwise, we might want to look at actually a restart.
Yeah, I think if Xavier can come back in the next 2 minutes, then it's fine to continue. But
That's it.
We will see.
Wait, game crashed.
Oh, game crash? Did you say that in chat? My chat.
It did.
Okay, then shall we restart this? Only fair, I think. Like hardly anything happened.
Galllabo first needs to agree, I think, no?
Okay. Do you want
Maybe
me
just say unanimously.
I mean, I can ask him.
Okay, then let's I pull him back in, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey, Galllabo.
Molly's highly strung. She's not gonna stop and talk it out with a deranged
Galllabo.
killer chasing
He's muted. I
Yep.
don't know if he's aware if he has a hotkey ready.
Look, I don't want to hurt anyone. I just
You can stop playing. We need to talk.
I mean, this is...
Xavier crashed immediately after failing to kill Rocco. Obviously, he wants a restart because, his game crashed. Do you grant him that?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
I was missing my shots anyways.
Okay.
I was gonna say also like telling him you can stop playing and then just after that asking him if he's even cool with the restart. That was a little ambitious, but yeah, cool. Sportsman-like behavior and all.
Yep. Thank you, Galllabo.
Alright, then let's get the tech back set up. I hope this won't take too long.
Yeah, we are going to cut to a very short intermission now, and in a few minutes we will hopefully be back.
The hottest hip hop with the king of Los Santos radio. Big boy, it's 1061 Radio Los Santos.
Hey, yo, Al! I got some bad news you do want to hear, though. This is Danny Brown, Action Bronson together. Bad news.
Murder that bill while I run 87. If you ain't gon' give it, motherfucker, I'ma take it. But I'm trying to erase it, just to bring home the bacon. For me to see heaven, I will need to meet Satan, so my heart's all vacant. My mind's on some take shit, break shit, break shit. Hit your broad nation, facelift braces, unsolved cases. Hitting up the witnesses, so can't nobody say shit. I think the Reaper calling, picked up the phone and said I got a couple coming.
Welcome back. Okay. Wasn't the longest intermission we've ever had. We were able to sort this out very quickly. Tech issues, of course, part of the process. We do apologize, but the runners agreed to do a restart of the thing. I mean, barely anything happened, so very reasonable from the both of them. Thank you again. We are now gonna get into the hopefully successful attempt this time around. So, Hossa, why don't you count us back in?
Yep. It will be the same procedure as previously. I will count down from 3 to go, and on a go, you will both unpause the cutscene and start playing. So, are you ready? Yes, no, maybe?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go! All right, runners, you do your best. Because now, they will have to.
Yeah, sure, hopefully we don't have a game crash again.
Yep. It seems fine. Or rather, the game seems fine. Xavier did miss Rocco a little bit.
Hello, hello. Good. Get to the airport, talk to her. That's it.
Mic is off.
Oh, Marcus. No. Okay, well, welcome back.
Alright, I don't know exactly what happened, but we're fine, I assume.
Yep.
So let's continue right into legal trouble as Xavier immediately spins out. Does manage to recover quite well though.
Yep. Xavier is playing on PlayStation 5 while Galllabo is on PC, but am I crazy in saying that they are both using controller? No, actually I think Galllabo is mouse and
mouse
keyboard. Yeah, but he's keeping his camera like perfectly behind the car. Yeah, now you can kind of angling it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, 47.58 for Xavier on console. That is very impressive, I believe those.
It is, yeah, absolutely.
What's she up to?
Even a 48.04 I don't think is like it's still a pretty good PB for third way. And,
oh yeah, definitely.
48 for console, that's very impressive. Probably console that we are not like this. Too much competition going on there, but
I mean, I feel like at this point you can compete even with, people outside of your inferior platform. Right?
On this level, yeah, for sure. Like obviously depends a lot on category. Like for Turbo Sense, like around the 101s, I believe. So it's still quite the way to go. But yeah, looking at the times, definitely comparable to like some medium tier PC players for sure.
Yeah, easily. So yeah, we haven't even commented yet on how Galllabo's car.
Say it like it is, pal. She's totally
True.
Well, do you know why he's doing this? or rather how he even got here.
I mean, he did take the he didn't do the other bounce, did he? Drove away.
No, he didn't, and he just kept his car from before the mission, which seems significantly faster.
Yeah, he made up quite a bit of time actually compared to Xavier. I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Xavier
he's
did
definitely
spin out.
in the lead.
Yeah, he is. Xavier did spin out. I think in general, Galllabo's drive was like a little bit better still, but yeah, it seems to work out for him. I don't think anyone like ever timed that or anything. I've never heard of not going for the other bounce to keep a better car, but
yeah, I don't know, that seems almost meta, like just comparing the two drives, and yeah, Xavier did make a mistake at the beginning, but still, like the top speed difference was astonishing.
Yeah. Xavier also obviously not going for the Serrano that people usually go for in Legal Trouble, but with the Carbonizer maybe that also made a little bit of a difference. But they're still neck and neck, it's like 5 seconds maybe.
Yeah, they're very close. This can come down to anything, looking at their pace. Like, I would not be surprised if we are just switching back and forth and back and forth and back and forth this entire game with who is in the lead. And, God forbid, RNG maybe even be the decider in the end? I mean, we'll see, right? Because there are some very big difference-making missions coming up. This was only the first one, but I feel like this pace difference will be emblematic for the rest of the game, which is, you know, not that big of a pace difference.
It really isn't, and as you said, quite some very high stakes mission coming up. Thinking about, for example, the Lamar down jump. Even if one of them isn't going for it, I think Xavier is going for it, and you see these clips rolling in every time. Like, hitting or not hitting it can make a substantial difference in terms of, you know, being potentially a little bit in the lead or falling behind.
Your head.
Yeah, and exploding. I mean,
there are two things you can hit: the jump or your head.
Oh, your head. Very, very good. We shall find out in just a few minutes as they're making their way to wrap up. Obviously another mission where quite a bit can go wrong.
Do you think we'll see any Davis softloks? Because according to Alex yesterday, that is now solved and not an issue anymore, but do you think people can maybe still trigger it by just forgetting to actually account for the, you know, the what's the word I'm looking for? The creator of the issue, whatever.
The creator of the issue. I don't think we're going to be seeing any, at least I hope not, would be very unfortunate. I know that Galllabo at least was fairly involved in the entire discussion around the Davy softlock, and it's like making sure the movement is optimized in general in wrap up, like how he keeps plating that tab movement, for example, in this section doesn't make a difference, then only going for third person running, no tab movement, no first person running upstairs when you're, you know, transitioning away from the initial shootout. These kind of things that Galllabo has been very involved in, so I do expect him to play this safely in that regard, but then also not run into any issues. Xavier, on the other hand, maybe he's going to be tempted to try and go for something a little bit faster than risk the soft block. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, I would say time will tell, but that time is about 7 seconds from now, so...
It is. It's very, very nice. That's a nice thing about Third Way, the pacing, if you exclude this hurried section from Big Score intro to the shootout of Big Score. It's a very well-paced segment. Things come quickly, in your face, there's a lot of action.
For sure, yeah.
We shall see how they manage. Both of them actually not going for a tab movement here.
And so they should still be fine on paper. Now Galllabo is shooting the heli. Oi, jump properly. Oh, that might be the hole. Oh, he's fine. And now Xavier is back in the lead.
Yeah.
Very quick shot. Auto aim. Yep. Throwing the C4, killing the guys on the stairs. Galllabo actually needs to use his hands to aim better. And yep. It looks like Xavier is building up a bit of advantage, or is he? No, he isn't. No, Galllabo is back in the lead because Davey was closer to him.
Damn.
Yeah.
Quite a ton of events.
Just have to run back like maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 steps, and yeah. That's enough to actually turn the tides again.
Yeah, especially because his shooter did look, I would say, better. Like, I don't know about the console auto aim, of course, but it did look very clean and fast.
It did, yeah.
I'm a little surprised, nailing the C4
though. Galllabo is spinning. I think he has all tires though.
I think so too.
Yeah, Xavier
And
now, because of the platform differences, has a fuck ton more grass, but it looks like he can control the car well.
Very good.
Yeah, they seem fine. Galllabo is going for the old exit here, while Xavier is going for the newer one. Well,
there's a Rob Slicker and a tree in the way. Try to maneuver between the two of them, and well, fails to do so. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I would say that's maybe like an 8-second difference. I guess we can count from here. Oh god, Galllabo, don't squander it like this. Look at that. Look at that. Alright, so for Galllabo the cutscene triggers at 13. For Xavier did the same thing. Oh, but the cutscene did trigger at 18. Yeah, they are 5 seconds apart. Keeping pace. Both going under the door.
And let's quick switch.
Yep. And now Galllabo is blowing up the car. Let's see if Xavier even has the car. No, he doesn't, because console runners
my
make
god,
the safe path.
Galllabo.
Yep.
Did get run over by a cab there, but all fine, of course. And yeah, the loads for PS5 shouldn't really be making a difference, should they?
Damn, I almost think that allowing the console runners to actually not need the car here for the Switch is kind of unfair. But
yeah, a little bit maybe, right?
yeah, not something we accounted for, fuck.
I mean, it's just
it should
SSC
be
rules,
fine.
right? It's just SSC rules.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, so be
Galllabo
it.
getting cover!
He's struggling a little with
man.
the ledge buffer, but...
He is. I mean, he's struggling with the first step, or step 0 even. Yeah, meanwhile Xavier got it faster. Oh, look at that cool car.
Black buffer though.
Yep. Meanwhile,
That's always
Galllabo
cool.
is driving the Chrome, of course. And they are both building up an enormous amount of speed. Look at this guy. Can he nail this brake boost? He can.
Yeah,
Alright,
he
now
can.
he's flying. He would actually need to slow down a tiny bit so that he can hit the last brake boost here. Xavier, meanwhile, is going for the same one. Yep, he couldn't. Now he's getting stuck in an alpha, and he's going for the old jump. But he's realizing that he does not have speed for it, so he's actually slowing down, going down on the left. Xavier, meanwhile, is now going a little slower, but he's trying to build up some more speed with curbs. I think he can hit this brake boost here and then go for the jump.
Yeah, he
Can he, though?
definitely will.
He's definitely trying it. Nope!
When he lift
Even
off.
too high!
Yeah.
Unbelievable! And he's going on the right, but without the jump once again, because he would just crash and die in the tree, so now he's slowly making his way down. But can he actually get down without blowing up? It seems so. It's a lot easier to get down with smaller speeds, but the rocks are still rocks after all.
They are indeed, yeah. Maybe I jinxed Xavier a little bit here. I know he usually tries to go for the jump. I don't know if Galllabo even does by default. Looked like it could have been a calculated stopping to, you know, take the safe path down. I'm not sure.
Would not even be surprised, yeah, if that is the case. I would say Galllabo built up on about 15-second difference, even with everything.
Yeah, probably a little more even. It's super hard to judge. We'll see, I guess, when they arrive at the sawmill.
Actually, even better, let's time from the tunnel. Galllabo hits the tunnel at 54. So that's the time to keep in mind. Meanwhile, Xavier hit the river jump very cleanly. Oh, car is bouncing a little, but is catching it, very good. And now just holding W for a little. Or, I guess in the case of Xavier, right trigger. But yeah.
Even know.
Still a lot of stuff that can go wrong, but the first of many is actually here. That Galllabo hit it. And also Xavier hit the tunnel at 24, meaning that they are
30 seconds.
30 seconds apart. That's a lot of difference.
Yeah, I didn't expect that jump to be that much of a difference maker. Like,
And neither of them hit it.
Yet the path Galllabo took down the hill was a lot more calculated. Either because he knows the backup or because he just never goes for it.
Yeah, potentially.
Going for third explosion, playing it safe.
Yep, let's see Xavier's dash buffer. Setting it up, hitting it. Oh, I think they hit him midair, but he seems fine.
Yeah, well, looking all good, I guess.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you have a bit of a leeway there. Not too much, but as long as you land in like that general area, you are fine. And yeah, as Xavier is still doing the shootout, now Galllabo is literally starting the way back in the Chrome Buffalo with Lamar. And I guess now comes the second fast part of this mission.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, first of all, we're gonna be, you know, driving a little and in a straight line. We do have train RNG technically coming up, so that's gonna be an exciting thing to keep track of. Let's see for Galllabo first.
He seems fine. Does he seem fine? He can still get trained here. Hard railing, I think he can hit it. No!
Oh, that is so painful. I mean,
This
we are
might
not
be enough for
saying
Xavier
no.
to catch up.
Yeah, that is painful. That's one of the worst ones I've seen yet, I think.
Yeah, like usually you can beat that one, but... Oh man... Let's see, Xavier is trying to look behind? No? Maybe some manipulation techniques? No?
I would say that's probably
Oh
possible.
god, they're about equal with now Galllabo building the speed back up.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Galllabo is leaving the bridge.
But Xavier also...
Unbelievable! They had the same exact thing happen and now he needs to reverse. Can he make it? He cannot get stuck in the thing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I would...
Oh, he's going very far left, he realized.
Yeah, I was gonna say, good thing you realized.
Oh, yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, it's all good, but obviously the damage to the... Or the damage to the Kaiser, the time loss he had to take here. Wow.
Oh, Galllabo, don't flip over? Alright, he seems fine. Okay, let's see if he can hit this brake boost. His gear was really low and yep, the car is now also kind of messed up, so he could not, which means that this is another opportunity for Xavier to catch back up, but let's see if he can. Galllabo still has at least 3 more brake boosts to hit here. One on the right. Will he go for it? He does. He got at least a little, but the car is not going quite as fast to actually get it. Let's see, there's one more on the right that can be really impactful here. He now definitely has the speed, but he gets blocked and he cannot go for it. What about the third one? He's powering, slowing down, and he misses it. Okay, that's bad, because now he has no more opportunities to get speed on this drive. There's a very small one here on the right that he can maybe hit, but it's a really hard one and I don't think most people even go for it.
I don't think I even know it.
Brake boost.
Xavier hits it.
Yeah, it's right here. Galllabo just went over it now.
But yeah, he's speeding away. Wow, and that will be a little bit of an opportunity to catch up here.
I think they will be equal by the end of this. Look at the ground
so?
that he's covering. I don't think he even needs to go for the third one here, not even the fourth, because he's just so fast. Yeah, he tried it and actually lost speed because he couldn't hit it, he just braked. And now don't hit the camper van, man! Alright, Galllabo spinning a little on the bushes, but now he's back on the brake boost section once again, he can hit these. Yep, there's one, there's not the second one because he was going too fast for it. Let's see, third one. Can he hit the third? 1, 2, 3, bump is right here, you need to go for it.
And
he can.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and these are easy now. Yep, he's fine, alright. I would say Xavier caught back up maybe by like about 10 seconds. Something like that, potentially.
Yeah, I think Xavier's train was a little bit worse than Gallabo's even, I'm not sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 30 seconds apart or something.
Oh, look at the speed though. Yeah, okay, let's see, so Galllabo is getting the cutscene at 50?
50
yeah,
flat.
Galllabo got the cutscene at 50. I think Xavier will get it at like... maybe 11, I would say, 11?
We'll also see based on dialogue, like he's flying though, it's a very impressive drive by him. Very cool.
Let's see, 9, 10, 11, 11, 12. They are 22 seconds apart. Galllabo is going for not the meta way to actually get to Meltdown here. I don't think there's a massive time difference, but it's pretty interesting to see someone do something vaguely unoptimal.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Galllabo obviously a very experienced runner. I definitely think that this is a calculated thing he did here. I'm not saying it's necessarily faster or slower, but it's interesting to see the difference in even just, you know, baseline approaches.
Yeah, for sure.
Meanwhile, coffee shop switch.
They both call Davis, so now the chance for soft lock, at least for the first one, is gone.
We've had our moments in SSS1, haven't we, also?
We have. Definitely. Oh god. Oh, Xavier fucking murdered someone. That's a bit of an upset. Actually, speaking of upsets, technically this would be our first upset win if it happens, but can you even call this an upset? They are 6 seconds apart in PBs. Galllabo is technically lower seed, but I feel like in this category, in this matchup, in this race, does it even matter who is lower seed? Because their skill is so evenly matched. Can you even call this an upset win if he does win?
I don't think so. In fact, looking at the predictions, actually very interesting to see that more people did predict Xavier to go through to the playoffs. Despite him being a console runner, 22 people predicted him to advance to playoffs, which evens out to 68%. Very, very interesting to even see that in general. But at the same time, one person did pick him to go out 0-3. So the perceptions of him like a little bit. I think I know, but I'm not 100% sure, and I also don't want to call out anyone here. So.
Yeah, don't reveal the hater, huh?
Don't reveal the hater.
I see. Alright, well, we have more important things now to do than hating, because Galllabo is beginning the meltdown shootout. Let's see if he can kill the guy without him first killing him, and let's see, clean shot. Powering. I don't know why he would power, that's a pretty easy shot, but hey, might as well go safe than be sorry later, right? Once again with Tracy. Alright, he's now gonna go out of cover, and killing the first guy. Oh, you're slow.
For quick.
He's not doing the cool shootout? What is this guy?
Okay, let's see if Xavier goes for it. If so, then he can catch up a lot of time. Xavier being very fast on the trigger. Holy.
Yeah.
The worlds.
Even here, very reckless. Let's see. Oh, he's definitely going for the new shootout. He even kills the first guy with a shotgun. Alright, so now Xavier is going to place C4 here, and he's going to run outside, run along here, and next to the little car area, turn there, yep, make sure that they die. Kill these people, blow up both cars with an RPG, very clean shot. No, one of them survived, that's an issue, but he can just turn back and then just get up here and he's fine.
Beautiful.
He made up quite some time.
Yeah,
that's what you get for doing like more optimal threats. Yeah, I would say so. 9, 8, something like that for sure.
Yeah, beautiful. Wow, very cool. Alright, then let's see this now. Switch, outside switch for Galllabo. Let's see it for Xavier.
Xavier's getting inside.
Yeah, is it bar switch? I don't know if you can even tell the difference.
It is.
No, it's...
Never mind.
Titty switch. Alright, yeah, shows what we know. Okay. Not even sure what the difference between those two switches is. Couldn't tell you.
I think with the one that's not at the bar, it's not worth it to go outside. It's very
yeah, yeah. No, it isn't, but I'm not sure about the timers. It seems like
2 seconds, I
outside
think.
switch is a little bit faster here because they are now roughly 14 seconds apart.
Yep.
Or the 9 they were previously. Could also be loading, but yeah, it's roughly 14 seconds.
Okay. How about you explain to the audience what they are about to do and why this is so detrimental to the success of this run and to winning this race?
Yeah, so what is coming up is the Gauntlet dupe, I'd say one of the coolest strats we have, at least in any % Classic nowadays. Basically, in order to get the heist, or to do the heist we're going to be doing in the speedrun, there are 3 setup missions that consist of stealing gauntlets. Oh, I guess, well, 3 setup missions, but they're all unlocked by 1 text. And what our runners are going to be doing is they're going to be trying to block this very text.
Look where Galllabo is going.
I was going to say, he's going for the jump, I think. So let's toss this explanation aside and take a look at this jump.
Evilly twirling my mustache, but he's not going for it. He baits us and he edges us and he just decides to disappoint us. And now he gets a car accident.
And now he crashes for it.
Look at the karma. Alright, I think it's time for you to continue.
Xavier getting speed, meanwhile catching up a little. But yeah, so we're gonna be keeping our phone up to block this very text. Because once we get the text, we'd be, starting the mission. And we actually don't want that because we want to dupe the gauntlets instead of getting them one by one scattered throughout the city. So, Xavier will probably be calling a blimp here, which will reset the text timer so you can actually put down the phone, go for the scroll strat into LSC. Exactly. And now we're going to be modifying the gauntlet. Exactly that is a package Lester has prepared for us in the actual mission, but because we actually want to dupe the correct gauntlet, we're going to be applying these manually ourselves, because this package that Lester prepares for us is just, 3 different components that that are normally available on LSC. And now we're going to be making our way to the garage and then putting down our phone so we can then actually receive the text once we're already in the garage to be able to initiate the dupe. Right.
Very epic, very epic. Let's see how well they actually succeed because, oh my god, are they close? Are they close? They are within the second. What are we seeing here on screen?
Very cool. We see a little bit of... Yeah, they actually... This is actually... They're frames apart. Wow.
Unbelievable.
How cool is this?
And now Galllabo will be in front because of better load times.
Most likely, yeah. Well, console... It's a sacrifice they know they're willing to make. But yeah, this is still very much neck and neck, I believe, with the PS5 loading times. It shouldn't make a huge difference. It's actually how big it is. Yeah, it should be like... maybe like 5 seconds or so.
Something like that. No, less actually. Let's see. Galllabo gets out of the car at 03, mid 03. Xavier gets out of the car 8. Yeah, it's 4, 4, 5, something like that. And yes, for the people just tuning in, Xavier is playing on PS5, meanwhile Galllabo is playing on PC, which means that Galllabo can have more optimal graphic settings and just a bit of an easier time executing strats because of the better input method, and also because PC can play on a much older patch that allows for more shenanigans. Meanwhile, PS5 is an overall much more polished version. Many of the things that we are doing is still possible over there, but definitely not all of it, or at least not all of it in the same way. So Xavier is actually in a disadvantage just purely out of the platform difference, but he's making up that difference just with cleaner executions and more up-to-date strats, so it is definitely a matchup that we're seeing here that is gonna be a fun one to see carrying on, as it has been for the past 24 minutes, because my god, they are still so close. Look at them.
Super cool, yeah. Imagine what we would have missed out on had we, you know, had this game be decided by the game crash. How horrible that would have been.
It would have been, actually. Yes, definitely.
Actually a robbery. And now they're gonna be making their way to the other, I guess the fourth on paper, but because the gauntlets are factually the same. To the second setup, that being stingers. We'll just steal the police stingers. Oh, steal the police stingers. Steal a police van that has stingers. It's like actually brain fart for a second.
Granted, they are police stingers.
I mean, on paper they are, right?
Not many other people use stingers, huh? I guess now us, but you know. Titanium Infinity Exhaust. What the fuck was that?
I wouldn't know.
Did you see that bottom left, Xavier?
I actually have no idea.
I think I actually saw it as like some weird PS5 meme, but I'm not sure.
Really? I've never heard of any of that before, so I wouldn't know. Okay, look at that. Do they go for the Lich buff is my question. Doesn't look like Xavier does, but looks like Galllabo does.
Oh, what is the switch up of
I was gonna say, you just calling Galllabo, or not calling him out, but you know, mentioning him doing outdated strats.
Yeah.
And now look at that.
Yep. That is once again the difference maker.
Yeah. 28 versus 31. So like Xavier actually had a bit of a better drive here, apparently.
Yeah. Very slightly.
Wow.
They are 3 seconds apart going into big score. This mission has multiple choke points. The biggest one being arguably the shootout, because on the drive you can do a bunch of things, but unless you really mess up, you cannot actually kill it over that. You can lose time, but you cannot kill it. On the shootout, you can kill it, because you can lose so much time. But then if you flip it around even more, on the drive you can actually entirely kill a run, because we can just bug the entire mission up and making you unable to continue. An entire soft lock possibility coming up. But for that you need to be really, really uncareful, so I feel like we will avoid that, but I feel like the Discord shootout might be the big difference maker. What do you think will happen here?
I do expect that Galllabo will pull ahead a little bit here. Obviously with shootouts we're always talking about the disadvantages, not console necessarily, but in general players that play with the controller have. So I do expect Galllabo to pull ahead a little bit here, at least, or a little bit more. I'm very excited about the drive back though, like not the gauntlet drive, but then the actual post-shootout drive, because that could be very exciting. Another Yomp coming up? Once again, not sure if
why did Galllabo leave the car?
I mean, it's just like having a little bit of fun, right? It doesn't matter after all.
Come on, move! Hurry up!
For the record,
took it seriously to get out of the car.
For the record, the game wants you to go out of the car and like aim at the guards or whatever, but because they're like fully scripted, it actually doesn't matter at all. So usually we're just sit in the car and, you know, enjoy like a few seconds of downtime. Galllabo decided to leave it. Who cares?
Yep.
It's useful.
Yeah, right.
Okay, on to, well, a little bit of boredom.
But it's fine, because we can actually use this time to just analyze the gameplay, huh?
Right behind you.
Yeah.
So yeah, the actual scheme that we have been seeing cooking up is, just like I mentioned earlier, Xavier losing time to platform differences, but then making up that time and more with just better execution and actually using the platform to its strength.
I bet the freeway is an absolute
Brain fart. And using the platform to its strengths by actually using auto aim and making up a bit of time on the shootouts that way, because let's be real, auto aim is slower than good aim, but your aim needs to be really good to actually be better than auto aim. That's why still PC players sometimes use auto aim just with a controller in some sections. And Gallabo's aim is not better than auto aim. So the shootouts are actually going to Xavier most of the time. And then couple that with Galllabo doing older strats like this scene on Meltdown that even gets coupled with that tenfold. Well, maybe not tenfold, but like twofold.
Yeah, I was gonna say tenfold may be a little bit too much,
Yeah.
but keep in mind the one shootout where we've really seen console or auto aim excel was the wrap-up shootout, and that's a very linear shootout. You just like kind of it's a little bit like aimbots in Counter, where it's like go one by one by one by one. It's not very technical. This shootout that's about to come up is very technical and also very difficult. So I'm not sure even, because we're like often aiming at people, you know, like in like I think I could see console aim or auto aim actually getting you an advantage in these sections, but at the same time maybe the auto aim will lock onto the wrong enemy or something, because there are a few sections where it's quite messy. I don't know how well it works with people and cars. There's possibilities for fuck-ups there, and Galllabo being a very experienced runner, I could see actually having an edge on this shootout.
I guess very soon we will see. But
We shall.
I think I overall agree with your conclusion. I think we will see Galllabo pull ahead a little, just purely because this shootout is not very pop, but instead there's a very methodical way to do this fast, and auto aim might not actually understand what the player is trying to do. So PC might actually be a big advantage here, even if on most shootouts that is not necessarily the case, or at least not in this matchup. And then I guess the drive we will see. Xavier seems to be an overall better driver, even if just by a little.
I do agree, so I might honestly say Galllabo will be ahead after the shootout, but then Xavier will be ahead at the end of the mission. That could be a conclusion to come to. We'll obviously see, right? If Xavier hits the jump or not. That could be the difference maker actually here.
It can. Can you actually explain to the people what the Yomp means? Because I feel like you need to be a GTA 5 nerd to actually know what that is in the run.
I wouldn't say you need to be a nerd, you just need to be involved in the community, but we do have external people here, so might as well. Yeah, the Yomp is just our way of saying it's, well, in certain sections of the run we do have a fairly significant jump coming up that you do with the cars, and you like usually go up a small bump or even a hill and then really send the car flying. And well, these happen twice in the third way. One of them being on Lamar Down, the one we saw earlier that both runners failed, and the other one being in Big Score, which is about to come up on the drive back. The third in the run is on Bureau Raid. And it's a very difficult strat because you have to hit a series of brake boosts before and then actually one final brake boost to get you up to insane speed to be able to really properly lift off. And failing to do so will, you know, either net you a suboptimal jump, as we for example saw with Daggers now, wasn't yesterday, it was 2 days ago, landing potentially even in a pool and could cost you minutes of time, whereas a very good execution can, you know, skip you this very annoying drive through the through the streets, these narrow streets in Vinewood. So yeah, definitely a deciding factor potentially coming up, but let's focus on the shootout for now. Galllabo looking comfortable, more or less, taking out the enemies that spawn in front of him first before turning to the left and dealing with these people.
Yep, now shooting the RPG. Let's see Xavier. Xavier is not using the minigun, but he's actually using the M4 to kill those guys, but now he switches back to the minigun. Wow, he's actually switching between those guns pretty dynamically for some reason, even though the minigun you would not even have to reload. But yeah, Galllabo is hitting the actual order of the shootout very well. He just needs to kill that last guy now and then he is done. Can he actually? Yes, he can. Galllabo is done with the shootout. Xavier is falling a little behind. Yeah, auto-aim, even though it's doing its job, it's not exactly the best thing for when you want to be killing very specific people, but he is not that far behind. Maybe they are like 7 seconds apart, and now comes the very technical drive.
Also, I'm not sure, because I'm not a console player, but I do believe I saw that in discussions yesterday in chat, that there is no auto-aim for the minigun. I'm not sure if that's true, but if that were the case, that would explain why he's using the carbine over the minigun in some sections here when it doesn't come down to... and yeah, I got confirmation from Illuminati, thank you.
Yeah.
When it comes to not killing blowing up the cars, I assume he still did with the minigun, as that's just easier. But for anything else, he would then prefer using the carbine, right? That makes sense.
That does actually make perfect sense. But let's see now, because now the scary part of the drive is coming up, where you need to be in front of the car so that none of the actually events trigger here. But you cannot be too far ahead, because then you fail. Galllabo seems to be doing fine. He actually got here before the roadblock even. And then now, very soon, both runners will need to drive their car into the back of a truck, and if they fail that, then they get a really nasty softlock where they cannot actually try again, because just the back of the truck will be crooked. This is a very simple thing to do, but so many things can go wrong here, partly because the game just locks your speed to about 20 for some reason. You actually need to fucking floor it here to even have a chance of making it in. But Galllabo seems fine.
Looking good, yeah, very nice. It's Xavier.
Xavier made up some time on this drive. Maybe like 3 seconds. Yeah, they are about 4 apart. Let's see, Galllabo starts driving at 25. Xavier starts driving at
6 seconds.
30. Yeah, they are 5 seconds apart. Alright, and now comes the very, very fun drive. As you can see, they are driving just a shit SUV, but lucky for us, it's actually rear-wheel drive, meaning... Or is it all-wheel drive? I think it's all-wheel drive.
I actually don't know.
Well, either way, it's one of the drives that's not front-wheel, which means that they can brake boost this and mid-drive this very effectively, just like Galllabo is doing here. Now you need to be careful to not actually over-brake boost this, because you can just then fall down the cliff, and that's not a very good thing to do, but as long as you can keep the speed under check, and keep building it very continuously, then you can maintain some very, very good momentum on this drive. You should not go on the grass like that, yeah, because now he failed the brake boost, and now he will be very slow on this section. Xavier overall is a little slower. Granted, these brake boosts are tricky, but I think he can hit this one and show us what I meant with Galllabo. Look at Xavier now. He didn't even go for it. Alright, that's fine. There's a smaller one here, but he only went for the curb. Yeah, see, now they're both being a little slow. It could be worse. Ooh, Xavier had a little tumble, but it's fine. Yeah, now they will not have speed for this section. He had a little brake boost, but yeah, still not too much. Now Galllabo actually needs to build up the speed here if he even wants to have just an option at doing the jump, but I think he will be fine, because now he will hold the power for a super long time. And he's avoiding it! He avoided the jump! He's not even giving it a chance to fall into a pool or do anything horrible to the car, because, I mean, he's in the lead. He might as well keep
Xavier goes for it,
but let's see if Xavier can actually get back in the lead with this. He has some really good speed going right off the bush, right over the tree. He's going to land right on the road. He has a perfect jump, and he's back in the lead. Xavier is back in the lead.
Love it.
That's how you fucking do it. That's how you fucking do it. That is exactly what this entire game has been leading up to. That's the epitome of the difference between these two runners. One is willing to take risks and is willing to go fast, and the other is safe, and in that safety is falling behind. And now they are equal, and Xavier is barely ahead. What do you say about this?
Close this is. I fucking love it. Let's see any switch ups. Maybe I don't expect, because it's close to impossible on console, and yeah, Galllabo is more of a safe player, I guess. But look at this difference. It's down to almost menuing. Console loading might put Galllabo ahead now again, I fear. It's like their loading time's been like 5 seconds apart, so I fear Galllabo's ahead again. But wow, what a run, exciting.
I guess we will now just see if they choke it on the actual first third-way drive, because, my god, if one of them died here, it would not be...
yeah.
Where is Galllabo going?
I was gonna say, apparently you don't even need to. I actually didn't know that.
Me neither.
It's just a little bit of knowledge gathered once again.
Just ignore him. Just, you know, let him play his own game. It's fine. Wait, he's not even going down the hill.
For the...
He is playing it so safe. He is terrified. You can tell that this kid is not thinking about the game. He is thinking about, oh my god, if I mess this up, I will make a fool of myself, I will embarrass myself, and I need to do everything in my power to actually play this safe and just win purely based on pace.
Yeah, but Xavier's not making that, you know, very easy for him. Look at the speed once more, and he's once again quite ahead.
Xavier is taking even just the very normal risks, and even those which are not very normal technically. And with that, he is just getting back in the lead. Galllabo is continuously winning time, and then losing it. And I'm not sure if he can actually keep this up until the end of the game.
The shootout in the Foundry is very technical, and once again something where I expect Console to lose a little bit of time. We did see Console runners struggle with it a lot, but I'm not convinced that, because like obviously the Console runner we saw do this. Actually, we did see MV do it too. I'm not sure how he actually manages, but at least with Hazelpietra I do remember that it may also have like been a little bit of an experience thing. Galllabo does go for the cap strat.
I think he got it? No, he didn't.
Nope.
That's fine.
Slightly too early, I think.
Alright, yeah, they are about 2 seconds apart. Yes, they are 2 seconds apart.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, then I guess... See, I would say that this drive can be the difference maker, but we all know that even though what they do here technically does matter, the actual big difference here will be the shootout that's coming up very soon, because my god, how much time you can lose on that, even with just messing up small simple things. There's going to be a lot of annoying things coming up, like having to shoot the people on the catwalk, or having to RPG the door, things that are trivial on paper, and trivial in most runs, but they are still not hard to fail at the end of the day, and if you fail them, then you will let your other racer actually get in the lead. And you do not want to give your opponent any leeway here, and look at them, they are even closer now. And once again, a route difference. Xavier is going the newer way, where we go on fresh meat and other missions, whereas Galllabo is actually going the older way. These routes are extremely similar in time. One is a little safer, but a little slower, as you can see with Galllabo. And the other is a little riskier because of the traffic, but a little faster. And that's what you can see with Xavier. Let's see which actually succeeds here. See, Galllabo is already in the street, but there's so many little tighty windies here that... Oh, you're going to be so close. Did Xavier actually lose the time on traffic? Yeah. Xavier couldn't go as fast as he normally could, because he got a car in his way.
Look, man.
Yeah, he was like 2 seconds, I believe, going into the, or like starting the drive. And now let's compare the cutscene times again, because we might actually need a manual retime for this.
We might, we'll see.
4 seconds.
Let's see, Galllabo shot the RPG, they died. Yep, jumps down. And now let's see the RPG shots. One, good. Second one, up on the catwalk. Xavier is not using the RPG, he's just shooting them with the M249. I don't know what that gun is called in the game. Galllabo shooting the thing, yep, jumping down. He's now 1 cycle ahead. It's insanely close, seconds apart.
Yeah, like any... Oh, where's Xavier going? He's climbing up some... I don't even know what he climbed up there, but...
Me neither.
Yeah, making his way outside. See this, it's not a lot still. Maybe like 5-6 seconds. Wow. Yeah, like any small mistake can make the difference. Yeah, I feel Galllabo is just gonna be segment by segment, cycle by cycle, gonna be slightly gaining a little bit of time because of that advanced PC gameplay. But any small mistake, like missing Steve
auto aim here is definitely helping.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Jesus Christ.
And now they are back. And now they are back.
This is what I mean with wrap-up. You know what I mean? It's these aimbots-esque shootout sections where auto-aim is just superior, I dare say. It's most likely not worth to just like swap over once you already like are on keyboard and mouse, but it shows how significantly faster he is. And now let's take a look at the catwalk.
It definitely does,
RPG.
yeah. See, Xavier shooting the RPG, did he kill them? He killed them!
Yeah,
wow,
he did.
What a precise shot. Galllabo is now falling a little behind, but once again, in the courtyard shootout, he's going to definitely get some time, because you need to use the RPG and the minigun, and there's no console auto aim for that, so... I feel like Galllabo will be back in the lead by the end of this. He killed both cars with the same shot. Now comes the minigun on the right, through there, now the car. Yep, slowly going through the order.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, Galllabo burning.
Oh no!
We do burn ourselves quite a few times on this mission, but that was not the place to do so. Accidentally running into the car he blew up earlier. Wow. As I believe Xavier's still ahead. Yeah, definitely.
But not by much, because now Galllabo just shoots the guys at the back and
they
those...
got at 58.
Yeah, they are so close. Galllabo couldn't kill the guys at the car. Come on, just the last one.
Struggling a little. Okay, that's like 8 seconds.
The choke at the end. The choke at the end.
Jesus Christ.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. They are now about maybe, what, 12 seconds?
I think it was like 8, yeah, wow.
8. Alright, let's see at the end of the shootout. Xavier's shooting the car, but they're blowing it up. Now shooting the guys.
Ballers?
the bowlers, yeah, I could not remember the gang.
It's cool, it's cool. And does blow himself up.
And
yeah,
now
beautiful.
Xavier is burning himself. Oh, look at them. That actually put them closer, I think. Or did it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. Oh, Galllabo struggling a little. Okay, now manages to do so. Let's see that snipe shot. I don't know if that's difficult with controller potentially. Yeah, it doesn't look very comfortable.
Shooting at
It definitely
55.
a second or two.
Galllabo?
Still like 6-7 seconds?
I think it's about
it's almost
10. 10. They are 10 seconds apart. Going into the final few drives and shootouts, there's so little actually from the end of this run. There's like maybe 5 more sections that they have to play, and after that, well, who is ahead is ahead. There's no more takes his backsies.
Yeah, all going good with the barber for Xavier. Let's see the same for Galllabo. I think they are, far enough apart to an extent where I'll say the disadvantage Xavier has with console is not enough to actually have Galllabo catch up at this point. I
would say so too. And keep in mind that auto aim will be really useful on the last shootout as well.
Yeah, because this is once again a little bit of a like more organized, let's say, it's like a structured one-by-one shootout, which like actually move through phases of the shootout instead of like just a messy one altogether. Xavier very clean, blowing all 3 cars up at the same time, running into the fire. This is looking good.
I think Xavier took this one. I don't see a reality where Galllabo can come back in the lead other than if Xavier falls in the ocean. But I don't even want to think about that for now.
No, me neither. Galllabo very nicely avoiding the explosion, though, I gotta say. Props to him. But yeah, it's probably gonna come down to like stuff like spinning out. We've seen multiple, also top-level runners. I believe it was Mats spinning out and landing on the beach. So it's gonna be coming down to stuff like that. And honestly, yeah, you can see the auto aim here for Xavier.
Yeah, he's just really going through the paces, just shooting the people that need to be shot, and then, yep, he's almost at Devin. Yeah, and... yeah, I think this game is decided. Of course, we can still see if something horrible happens, but...
Going down the hill is always like a little bit sketchy, at least. And
at least a little, yeah.
One more thing I really quickly want to say. We are having a really...
1 bullet. He got him! He got him with the last bullet! Yo!
It's fine. Okay, let's see this drive down. But while they do that, I gotta say, we're having a really close game here, and it's really impressive. But at the same time, we're having a high-quality game. Both of these runners not far away from their PBs, unless like something goes terribly wrong here. So honestly, impressive game to start off this first day of Summer Second Scramble. This third day of Summer Second Scramble.
It is indeed. I mean, keeping track of days is not the easiest when you have games like this to account for. But yeah, oh Galllabo, and that's the end.
That might have been it, yeah. That might have actually been it.
That is it. He was already behind, but now this just put him behind even more. And Xavier will not take any risks with actually going down the hill. He will just slowly go around the bend and just make sure that he isn't even doing anything remotely sketchy, because, well, anything remotely sketchy can be the end of this, and I think he is just fighting tooth and nail to keep his lead now.
Surely he won't. I don't know if he's actually aware of what's happening, so I'm not sure if he will play it safe, but at the same time, surely you don't fail the final jump, right? Surely not. Not in a marathon. Who would do that? Marathon, I say, in a tournament. Wow. Alright, let's see this now. It's gonna be really coming down to that. Unless he does, like if you spin out a little bit, we might even need a manual retime. I think this should be fine. Let's see this now. I am a little bit scared now.
Me too. Oh, Xavier!
There was a toxic spawn.
No way.
Now he almost has to play it safe. No, he's still
actually jumping it. No way, he's jumping it.
No, he's okay. All good. Careful of the rock, and that is looking good. Yeah, Xavier wins.
He took. Still.
Wow.
Still only high seed wins.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's still yellow winning, even if this is technically an upset because console versus PC. But wow, what a game! GG's to the both of them, and yeah,
the timer is stopping in a few seconds, and it's a 48-21.
It's a little bit of trouble here.
That's fine. We saw it.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 15 seconds apart in the end or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Impressive.
I guess we can just be looking at the timer in the depths of our hearts, I guess.
Yeah, just imagine it being there.
Yeah. Galllabo,
it's close to 30 seconds actually.
Something like that, yeah.
Wow.
Man.
What a game. What a game indeed. Shall we get them in?
We should, yes. I will do that. How about you ask them about their things?
Of course. Hello. First of all, GG to the both of you. In case, I guess you don't know, Xavier, you did win by a very small difference. You were 30 seconds apart in the end, and honestly was a nail biter. I think you were 5 seconds apart going into third way, and then even at the barbershop it was still very close. So insane game from the both of you, and GG's first of all. Very cool.
I was so nervous.
I can't imagine.
I would have been too.
We did see Xavier going for like a lot of risky strats. Like the Lamar don't jump, I say, because you did try and go for that, but you failed. But the big score jump, I wouldn't even call that really risky strat. But then jumping on third way down to the highway, like in all races we do it. Whereas we saw Galllabo go for like more of the safer strats. He didn't go for big score jump. He did drive down the hill safely on third way, and something happened.
Oh, the finish times appeared.
Oh, the finish times are there.
Yeah, they were like a little late, but I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, I think I actually know what happened, but okay, whatever.
Me too.
It's gonna be fine. We did have some stuff here, but yeah, I guess I want to ask Galllabo first, if you're even willing to do so. Do you potentially even regret, in hindsight, not going for these? Well, a little bit more risky strats, but at the end of the day, they seem to have made the difference for Xavier here. So yeah, does your way of playing the game like almost a little bit more safe? Did it end up costing you, or do you still prefer that you did it that way?
I think if I did those strats, I just would have failed and lost even more time.
Yeah, that is what we thought too, that you were potentially just playing it safe. For the sake of avoiding these
PB,
kind of
I think. I would have been a PB if I didn't get bad train. I think we both would have PB'd without bad Lamar down train.
Yeah, the Lamar down train, obviously. We did see it happen. I believe, Galllabo, you were ahead at that point. We did see it happen to you first, and we were like, okay, this is Xavier's way back into this game, and then he had the exact same one. Amazing stuff. But yeah, I gotta say, respect to the two of you.
I think this is the most close match so far.
I think so too. I'm not sure if it's actually in terms of finishing difference too, because Balux did mess up the final lighthouse jump a few times. But I also believe in terms of just the progression of the run, this was the closest game so far. So yeah, very, very cool. Respect to the two of you. Like, it being close is one thing, but it being so close to your PBs too is another thing. So I think I can say on behalf of all of us, thank you for this great piece of entertainment.
Thank you.